My relationship with general hydroponics can really be summed up in the saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I've been using General Hydroponics Flora series since I first started my hydroponic journey over a decade ago now, and I really haven't had any problems, so I haven't switched. And as it turns out, General Hydroponics, particularly the Flora series, their 3-part nutrient series, is kind of the industry standard. And I've grown everything from cabbage, cauliflower, lettuce, kale, herbs, to absolutely monstrous plants with just the same 3-part nutrient blend with the addition of Cali Magic, which is General Hydroponics calcium and magnesium supplement. But this video particularly, we're going to be talking about the 3-part nutrient series that they call the Flora series. And that contains a green bottle called the Flora Grow. It contains a purplish bottle, that's your Flora Micros, and it contains a pink bottle, that's the Flora Bloom formula. So in this video, I want to discuss each one of these, and I also want to go over the charts that you can get from General Hydroponics. I actually linked them up in the description box below, so you can easily access these charts. I'm going to break down what they mean and help you to understand how we can use these charts to optimize our garden and our plants' nutrient needs. Touching on all 3 of these very quickly, because I do actually have videos that goes over a lot more about the NPK and what's in each one of these, so make sure you check out my nutrient playlist for that information. But real quick, the green bottle is going to be the grow formula for your vegetative stage. So this will be for when your plant's developing its big leafy growth before it starts growing its fruit and flowering. The second bottle, the purple bottle, are your micros, so your micronutrients. The micros are a much thicker nutrient solution, and your plant's need for its micronutrients actually stays pretty even across the board. Then finally, the bloom formula is for your plants that are going into flowering and blooming. So this is what's known as a 3-part nutrient solution. We have 3 different solutions to mix together to cater to our plant's needs for different parts of its growth cycle. This allows for a lot more optimization when it comes to fine-tuning our nutrients needs. When it comes to Tower Garden, for example, they do just a 1-part nutrient solution. It might make it seem like it's 2 parts, but actually what you do with this A and B solution is you just mix them both together in your nutrient reservoir and then just raise the EC throughout the growth. So a 1-part solution wouldn't change the amount of each individual nutrients your plants are receiving throughout the growth. It would just change the overall quantity. And the reason that can be really bad is because over time, if you're not changing out your vat of water consistently, then your plant will leave behind residual nutrients and it'll throw the whole EC off, and you really won't know what's in your water by the time you reach your flowering stage. So I always recommend going with a 3-part nutrient solution. That's why I love General Hydroponics, and there are tons of other 3-part solutions out there, but this video is particularly going to be about the Flora series. So I just want to go over these grow charts and help you guys to understand what to look for so that you can use these to your advantage, because they are really, really helpful when using the Flora series. All right, let's look at this grow chart. And this is just for the 3-part nutrient solution. And we have 3 different types of feedings here. We have the light feed, the medium, and the aggressive feed. Let's just go in the middle of the road and take a look at the medium feed here. So at the very top, we see the weeks. So obviously this becomes a chronological scale as it moves further to the right. Next, it's going to say the growth stage. So seedling clone, early growth, late growth, early bloom. Then it's going to list the total nitrogen in the solution. Although that is useful information, as long as we stick to the formula, we really shouldn't need that information. The most important one is next, the EC range. So this is your nutrients electrical conductivity. This is a measurement basically of the amount of nutrients in the water, to put it simply. So is the next one, your ppm, your parts per million. So you can use these both together on the same tool to determine what your nutrient water should be set at each time. So below that is the amount of each one of the individual nutrients that you'll need to add. And that's measured in milliliters per gallon. So if we look at week 1, it looks like it's even across the board. 2 milliliters of the micro, the grow, and the bloom. But as soon as we head into that early growth, week 2, there's gonna be a lot more micro, a lot more grow, and just a little bit more of the bloom. And then you can see as we travel later and later into the vegetative stage, it sort of sticks to that same ratio. It just is going to move up in total EC until we get to flowering. Once it gets to the bloom stage, then we're going to switch and give the plant a lot more of the bloom formula and start to taper back on the grow formula. You'll also notice that at the mid-bloom section, around week 5 of blooming, we're going to start to lower the EC for the next stage. This is because we don't want an excess of nutrients in our plants whenever we go to harvest. In fact, a lot of gardeners will do a full nutrient flush during that week 8, week 7 time, depending on what you're growing. As useful as these guides are, navigating General Hydroponics' website to find the right guide for your nutrient solution can be a bit tricky. They have a lot of menus and submenus, and you really have to know exactly what you're looking for. So I actually went ahead and just hyperlinked a few of those in the description box and linked them up to humblegrowthhydroponics.com. So you can just go download the ones that you're gonna need, and I try to make it really easy to understand. Theirs can be a little more convoluted. I linked up the more popular ones, the one for just this 3-part nutrient solution that I had up on the screen, as well as a couple other ones if you decide to get a little more technical with it. I hope this video was useful, and this video in no way was sponsored. I'm just letting you know my experience with the nutrients that I use. I've had a lot of people ask me about what nutrients I use, so I just want to let you guys know General Hydroponics Flora series is a great 3-part nutrient solution that I really haven't gone wrong with. General Hydroponics offers a ton of other stuff too if you want to stick with the same brand. And the resources and feed charts they have on their website are really helpful, useful information. Go download that stuff and take a look at the nutrient playlist that I just put up last week, and let's grow together. All right, that was good.